This is a Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 198.
Oh,
hey,
boy.
we're getting to 2 more to go.
We're nearly there.
Sidekick.
Well, yeah, you were just mentioning I need to find something. I will find something.
You need something. Yeah, 200 line time.
There's so many things out there we could find. I'm sure it'll be great.
I mean, that's your job.
Episode 200. Look forward to it.
Well, we have a guest on the line.
We do.
What was his name?
We have Josie J.
Josie J. Where you from? And
Hello.
Oh.
Hey there.
Hello.
How you doing?
How you doing, Uncle?
Okay, how you doing?
Josie, where are you from?
Where you from?
I am good, and I am from LA.
Oh, an LA boy. Oh no, those Dodgers ain't doing so well out here.
Uncle Josie is a friend of mine from Long Beach, actually. He's a buddy of mine.
Oh, so you got somebody from the Long Beach job.
Yeah, from Long Beach. That's
Well,
right.
at least we got a guy online this week.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to myself last week.
Yeah.
Didn't know what to say to
Great.
myself. I
Great.
was all completely shot down.
This is much
First
better.
time ever been not shot down on kind of to talk to something. And I just couldn't say a word last week.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So thank you, Josie
thank
J,
you,
for
Josie
being
J.
here on Uncle the Broadcast. It's great to have you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's nice to meet you online at least, or on the telephone. I've been meaning to get out there and meet you in real life, but we'll see when that happens.
Yeah,
Oh.
nobody's allowed to meet anybody right now.
oh yeah, that's the part. This is the COVID thing going on.
Yep.
Heck, I have somebody I used to work at down in Orange saying, when is this darn thing gonna stop? This is driving me nuts. I have a cook that I was talking to today, actually, and he is, I'm watching a movie. This is getting ridiculous.
It is.
I mean,
It
man,
is.
I told him I was listening to sword shows.
Yeah,
sword
I mean,
show.
that's all you can really do is watch your sword shows. I mean, does it feel that way for you, Josie?
Yeah, Josie?
I definitely been watching a lot more movies than I usually do. I've been trying not to isolate myself too much, just because it doesn't help me in my mental state very well. So I've been trying to meet people here and there, like friends, but yeah, mostly staying kind of contained, I guess.
Yeah, okay, contained. That sounds very
It's going
safe.
to be a while, at least until we maybe probably get a new president in that house. Because I believe that the second guy is going to do something. I think Biden's going to do something about it. I think he's got more of a push and understandings of what's the situation here. I think it will move, because this other, what you call dingbat, doesn't know what he's doing. He's got the virus himself.
Do you think
I
Biden could move things,
Yeah,
Josie?
I really do.
Or is he
I
going to
really
move
do.
things or no?
I
Or
think-
would he move things?
I think he moved things, told him what to do. My opinion. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm really curious about what if it would be even possible to like allow both versions to actually happen and see how things will actually change, if they would.
Yeah, but I'm sure.
You know,
I'm
have
sure.
a simulation.
Right.
Oh, yeah, simulate whatever the other outcome would have been, so we know, just in case.
Yeah, I would like to hear of what the people think about this guy. I really do. But I know I'm not talking about much politics, but it just bummed me to say this about this president we have now. I mean, I'm just wondering how the people will react to this.
Yeah, well, they're bound to react somehow.
I know. Just that.
Have you gauged any reactions in that regard, Josie, on your end there?
About Bindon or?
About no, I guess about just Trump generally. Is that? I think that's
Trump
what Uncle was talking about there.
About his carelessness, let's say.
Yeah.
About how he's doing this.
Has he been careless?
Careless.
Has
that's
he?
what I've been asking.
I mean, I definitely think he's definitely been careless. I mean, everyone's gotten sick in his office. You know, I mean, I that hasn't happened in my household yet. You know, so someone is definitely being careless.
Yeah.
It was just that it feels very weird to have a president, for Pete's sakes, that owning the country and he gets the virus. Come on. And he's telling he's well. Oh, don't give me that. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Bunch of baloney.
Have you been watching these crazy clips of him, where he comes back in the White House and says how great he's doing? And have you been up on those, Josie, or do you look away?
Yeah.
Just come on.
Okay. No, I've been watching some of them, and the one where he's saying how he's gonna kiss everyone in the audience.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that one.
That was matter of fact, yesterday.
I missed that.
Just yesterday.
Is it that recent?
That was yesterday when the debate. Remember?
Oh,
you
in the town hall.
The town hall. Yeah. And this guy talking.
No, that was.
What?
I think that was I think the one he was talking to a big crowd. I think it was maybe like 2 days ago, maybe. And he was saying how he feels so great. He could kiss everyone, even the men in the audience. And he started saying how one guy was very attractive. Yeah, he was on one. He was somewhere.
Yeah, he really gets wild. Yeah. He's quite the performer.
Careless, I think one of the careless aspects is like taking that medicine or like the drug that no one's ever taken before.
Yeah, he's doing all sorts of.
That's an experience.
He's doing all sorts of it. Yeah.
Because nobody thought that a person, let's say, gets a Cobra and have to get well and uses that. Come on, there's got to be some kind of joke.
Regeneron.
Kind of stuff.
That sounds like the name of a transformer. Regeneron. Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Doctors talking. Doctors trying to talk to the doctors, and the doctors, I don't know if they even know what they're talking about.
I don't think anybody knows what they're saying at this point, Uncle.
It's crazy.
Just the nature of things.
I think we live in a world of speculation at this point.
Yeah,
I think you're right. It is.
It's fun to guess at things, though. It's fun to be like, hey, maybe this is how things are, or maybe this.
There's a turnabout.
Maybe there is.
There's got to be some kind of a turnabout.
There must be.
It might be to turn the event around. You know, like, it's coming soon. That is going to end soon.
Oh,
question
the end?
Mark is who is the last president will be in the White House?
Oh,
question mark for everybody to think about tonight.
Uncle, that's very apocalyptic.
What's that?
It means that you're talking about the end of the Oval Office.
Right. I am, because it is coming soon.
Oh, gosh.
It is coming sooner than you think.
Uh-oh.
I've had that experience before, and my other brother-in-law...
You're talking about the apocalypse.
Says the ending is coming.
The ending is coming.
It is coming.
Okay. But, Josie, do you agree? The end is it coming? Is it here? Is it already passed? Where's the ending at? What do you think?
I definitely think that there's always an ending and there's always a beginning. And I think something is ending, and that's why something hurts. That's why it's hurting so much. I'm just not sure quite what's ending yet.
That's the thing. That is a question mark right there. That's the question mark I'm putting down for you all to think about.
What's ending?
That's the question mark.
Tell us, audience.
We don't know. You have to
what do you want to end?
Yeah. What would you like to have end? But there's a lot of things that you'd like to end. Maybe we could make that happen.
Well,
It could be a good ending, Uncle.
well,
It doesn't have to be all gloom and
Yeah,
doom. It'd be really cool.
well.
Some things can't last forever, you know.
One thing, this virus, to have it
That would be good to end.
to come to an end.
I think everybody wants that.
Sooner or later. But that's the main one. But other than
That's a definite happy ending to have that thing gone at long last. So maybe that's what will happen. I wasn't even thinking of that. What do you know? You looking forward to the end of the COVID-19 era, Josie J?
Huh. I mean, yeah. I don't know what that means, though. I mean, that only because that ends. I mean, like I said, what happens after it ends?
Yeah.
You know, that's the question.
It's the question.
A lot.
I have this kind of dark thought that like these are the best times. But I'm trying not to think that way. But sometimes I think about it. I'm like, maybe these are the best times.
Yeah.
Everybody
I know what you
slow
mean.
down, sit home, and sort of realize and think in their brains. Get that working.
Yes, please do that, because worse things could be happening. Worse things might happen. So enjoy this now while you can, because this might be, as Josie is saying, this might be the best time.
Or worse things might be happening already.
Yes, indeed they probably are. Something's happening now that we don't know about.
We have these riots, for example.
Yeah, no, those aren't good. Yeah,
They're not good.
Nobody
They're
likes a
running
riot.
around them. They're going crazy, town to town. We have them all over the place. All you're hearing on the news.
Uncle, it's the Democratic governors that did that, and George Soros.
Government. Democrats.
The Democratic governors and George Soros, and probably some Democratic mayors too, were in on this, and they made riots happen, and it's chaos.
How can you explain that? Their sidekick being having them. I think it was the other side of the coin.
I just explained it. What else do I have to say? The Democrats did. I mean, what?
Democrats make this stuff.
They do all the bad stuff. What else do I have to say? I mean, is there anything? I mean, that makes sense, right, Josie? The Democrats did it.
Totally. Left versus right. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
See, he's with me, Uncle. I must be right.
There must be. Then how come this president we got right now doesn't know what he's doing?
Well,
sidekick.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
That's how I thought of it. That's how I thought of it. Because you worry about your people before you worry about your fighting.
You worry about your people before you worry about the other people.
The fighting.
So get your own house in order before you start casting stones and all that. Okay.
That's my point.
But it's fun to blame people for stuff.
Blame people.
It feels good.
I like it.
Well,
it feels great.
It does.
At this point, I don't know who to blame. That guy or the one that doesn't know how to put a mask on? I mean, you think about it a minute. Think about that a minute. Who would you think about of blaming if, first of all, you have this president right now that doesn't know how to put a mask on and gets the virus, and this other one that's running against him, he's putting a mask on and not been checked out or have been well.
Indeed.
Explain that, sidekick.
I don't know that I can.
See, that's my question too. See, I got the answers. So you guys don't have the answers to the questions.
We sure don't.
So there's my dead point on this project.
Okay, then.
Josie, what do you think? I was wondering if you guys think that Trump actually got sick.
Yes.
Oh.
I really think so.
Oh, I think I feel a conspiracy theory coming on, Uncle.
I think I did. I think I did because he's around people first, right? Wearing no mask.
That's true.
And how can you not think he hasn't got sick? Explain to me that, sidekick. And
how would he not have gotten sick?
How would he not be able to get sick?
Well, I don't know
how those masks off.
How have I not gotten sick? I'm in public like every day of my life, and I haven't gotten sick yet, as far as I know.
You're another story. I think because you have a mask. I know you have a mask. It's in the van.
So the mask is working.
It's yours.
So
I know it's yours.
Yeah, I
so
wear
you
it.
must be wearing that.
I do.
So you should be wearing that. No, you shouldn't have no complaining. Because you have a mask.
Uncle, I want to hear.
Don't have a mask.
I want to hear. Okay, masks are good, but I want to hear Josie's theory.
Yeah,
Josie, what really happened? Is Trump faking this? Is there something going on behind the scenes here? What is this?
His thought.
So, I mean, sometimes I sit around and I think about possibilities, like we were talking about earlier in the other show. But what if there's a possibility that Trump has invested in this medicine, or maybe there's a reason why we need to push certain kind of medicine further, certain kind of technologies, and so you need a big situation where you're like, oh, we must use this medication, and so one could speculate that Trump's wasn't sick, or maybe he did get sick, but he's actually invested in this medicine, possibly, maybe.
Sure. Hey, he's a businessman. He invests in things.
Could it have been his own medicine? Thinking that he might get well?
Oh, we got a taste of his own medicine.
That. Taste of his
I've heard of that.
Maybe that could be. That could be.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. It's an idea. I mean, yeah, we don't. The point is, we don't really know what's going on. All we get is these pictures they beam into our house through the television, and then they give their commentary narrative over top of it, and we just got to go, okay, and we have to somehow interpret that.
So what can the other side do? Said for a moment. What can the other side do? Just said what we're saying. Oh. He don't wear a mask. He don't protect himself. And he's around people. Them 3 words right there gets him affected.
That's all it takes, huh?
Yeah, that's all it takes. That's if they're affected. What happened? Oh, I think it's a dog. Oh, he's off for a minute. That's the dog barking. Okay, so what else you have to say, Dan? Do my talk.
Do you? So, what do you think the next step in this COVID situation with Trump? Do you think it's just going to be not talked about, or is it going to become something important, or does it even matter that he's sick?
I think it is, because that's the same subject on the show that they had with this publican stuff, talking about the thing. He jumped right on that thing at him that time when they were talking about it.
Jump right in.
Yeah. Oh, she's back.
Back at it.
So they think that, oh, he can roll again and go on the road. But first of all, I wouldn't go 10 feet away up to that man, especially if he has it. I wouldn't even go near him.
You don't have to go near him, but that's even if he's sick or not. You don't really want to do that, I wouldn't think.
No. I mean, that'd be ridiculous, not?
Yes, indeed.
Stupid. I mean,
be absurd.
He was man in public trying to win an election. In the meantime, he's been in the hospital.
Yes.
And I never heard a president ever had this problem before.
Well, no, this is new. This is unprecedented times, Uncle.
New system that they're doing with this virus thing. And all the time you see a sink, I wash my hands. Why not? You find a sink, go to the thing, bang, wash your hands.
Yeah.
I've been saying that.
All right, there you go. There's your PSA for tonight.
Yeah.
Josie, you doing okay there? Do you need to get going? Do you want to stay on? How you doing there?
I probably should get going. My phone's gonna die soon.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I
Hey,
didn't
thanks
know
for
you.
being with
Thanks.
us. And
Thanks.
why don't you give out your websites again on this, because this is actually technically another show. Why don't you tell people about your website and your stuff?
Sure, you could take a look at my different kind of art that I make. It's Raze the White Box. That's RAZE whitebox.com. I'm also on Instagram, Divine Brick Artist, and just check it out. Drop me a line if you like it.
All right, man. Josie J,
thanks for having me on, and
thanks for
hopefully
coming
I
on.
can come on again and talk about some other stuff.
Please do. Yeah, remember Friday nights, man. Call up
Friday
anytime.
nights
We'd love to have you.
7 and 8.
Yeah, we'd love to talk about some of these movies I've been watching.
Yeah.
Get your insight.
We'd love to hear it, man. Yeah. All right, have a good night and take care now.
Take care.
Yeah. Nice meeting you, Uncle. Have a good night.
You too. Yeah, you too. Bye.
All right, there he goes. Josie J, artist.
Is that the artist that's doing my shirts?
No, that's a different artist. He's a performance.
And then I'm saying, wait a minute.
No, that's Nick that I work with. He's an artist too. Lots of artists out there. Lots of artists.
I'd like to know when that's going to get started.
Yeah, hey. I mean, we're all out here making art whether we know it or not. Some of us are just more aware of that's what we're doing than others. That's it. We're not better than anybody else. We're just doing the same thing. We just have the label of art as opposed to whatever other label people give on what it is they do on a daily basis. Know what I'm saying, Uncle?
Yeah. Well, so, no check there, but I don't want to talk to him.
If anybody else wants to call in, please do. We're still live.
Still live.
Call in number 319-527-5016. You could come join us. You could join the Uncle Show as Josie did. We'd love to have you. You can also come on via Skype, Charles.Ocelli, producer Chuck, Charles.Ocelli, or the phone number, again, 319-527-5016. There it is, Uncle. Hopefully we'll get somebody else. It's fun being live, isn't it, on Ocelli.com every Friday night?
It is seem to be fun. This is interesting. But we have all this kind of stuff. So now,
Uncle, I've got some things to talk about if you want. I've been looking up some things to do, some little hobbies. I brought up hobbies in the first hour, but maybe a hobby I could pick up, something that interests me, is they have these kits that you can buy where it's a guitar, but it comes in separate parts, and you get to put the parts together and like build a guitar.
That's not a bad idea. But how many can you get at a person for?
How much does it cost? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and costness.
The cost is different ranges of price, but they're all in all, they're very inexpensive for what they are. I'm surprised at how inexpensive the kits are.
Well, you can put the kit together and have another guitar for yourself.
Correct. I'm thinking about doing that.
Well, might as well. Well, since you're playing around in the house here, plays his guitar in the evenings all the time.
Yeah, I do.
You might as well go ahead and try that.
It would be fun. I have an idea for what I would like to do with one, and so I've got all these ideas. I think I don't want to say too much about it because I don't know, but I will say that it looks like a lot of fun, something cool, and from what people say, because there's all sorts of YouTube videos on this, of course, they say that the guitar, like they have, for instance, a Fender Stratocaster kit. It's not an actual Fender Stratocaster, but it looks exactly like when the kit does. So when you build it and finish it, they say if you do a good job on it, it ends up playing like an actual Fender Stratocaster would, which I find surprising. That's really cool.
These guitars, I can give you an example of my other brother-in-law in Florida. He has his guitar.
Yes,
and he had played that.
He
was small.
Yes. Yeah, he's good.
He knows how to play a tune. I mean, the tune, I get a kick out of it just hearing him. Yeah. Listening to how he does the tune. Mm-hmm. And I was down in Miami at the time. I might as well talk about it.
Sure. Talk away.
And he, it was like we was working and I was doing my work. on a Monday after the orders went out, he goes inside there, plays his guitar, and I listen to his music. And boy, he can tear that house down the way he plays that guitar. This is what you need to do and get to that point.
He's got a guitar like this. It's a Gibson Les Paul. I remember because
it starts with an F.
I remember seeing I know he has one of these. He probably has a few different ones.
Yeah, but it's one the Philip is the one that I've heard that was started with an F.
He definitely has a Les Paul. I remember it's a nice guitar, and so I remember him playing that. Yeah. And guitar is fun, and I just love building things with my hands and those kits, and I love like the idea of like coming up with like a way to paint and design it and stuff like that. That is something I can really get into. So something we might do. I don't know.
Something that's interesting in you. I mean, it's things that you like to do.
Yeah,
and
it's a fun use of time.
I've had this guy in the Zoom today.
Oh yeah.
Example, I had a guy from another country.
Really?
That's same as problem as me.
Oh, you did your Zoom work meeting. Yes.
Today,
okay.
And I was shocked hearing that we had one guy from New Zealand. I think it was New Zealand.
Oh, you're saying he's from New Zealand?
From earlier today, and he has problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's like me, but
Okay. He has the same problems as you. Is that what you're telling?
And I was just saying to people out there who has someone like me, or him, and
Yeah, we got people we can relate to out there. Everybody has the same issues going on.
It
comes down to it.
So, I mean,
Uncle, we got a new patron on Patreon.
Who we got now?
This is just today. Sam, shout out to Sam, just signed up to be a patron on Patreon. Is that exciting? Sam, just Sam. And then we had Chris back on October 6th pledge too. So we're getting some people join this month. October.
Well, at least we're moving that.
It's pretty good.
I haven't heard much about that.
Yeah. We're making it happen.
What is the story now on the New Year's Revolution thing? How are you coming along with that?
It's going well. It's going real good. It's going to be a fun show. New Year's Eve, of course, it's still happening. And like I said, I've been able to work on some graphics and put stuff together, and it's going to be a fun show. It's going to be a good time. And we hope that you all will listen and call and be a part of the show and be there on New Year's Eve with us, because it's going to be a party. We're going to make it a party. We want you to be there with us. It's going to be a good time.
That'd be the only time I drink, because I haven't drank in a while. But
we'll be on Ocelli.com 4 hours that night, New Year's Eve. And, of course, we'll be doing our famous live stream video at the same time. So if you want to see the video of it, we're going to have some cool stuff going on in that. But the audio stream is going to be excellent as well. So that's going to be coming in on Ocelli.com. And be there, New Year's Eve, 2021.
I'm gonna have a count this year. Just the curiosity.
You're going to count?
How many people come calling?
Oh, you're going to count the callers? Yeah, usually we get a lot on that show.
Yeah.
It's typically a lot.
I'm just wondering how this would react.
Could be good.
How many people would?
Oh, yeah, we're going to put out
there's party's going to be out there for sure.
We'll put out the word to as many people as we can. It could be quite a few. I'm hoping a lot. We want you to call in and tell us what you're doing on New Year's Eve. Even if you think it's boring, we want to hear what it is. We want your party report. We want to know what you're up to on New Year's Eve. Yeah. So don't be bashful. Call in and join the show that night. Right. Call in any night, but definitely that night.
Yeah, it's always fun to interact with the show. Aaron, a really rare little thing with my voice here. A good idea came in from the chat room. Okay. Creative Accidents mentioned the TV series Cobra Kai. And so I was curious if Uncle had seen, all the Karate Kids before that, and if he has watched Cobra Kai yet.
Yes. I saw that. It was the Cobra Kai was the guy was inside doing the work, Cobra Kai. But really, thinking about it a minute, that is the wrong way to do it.
You talking
Cobra Kai,
You're talking about the way that Cobra Kai
they
does.
do it outside is a better idea. Remember that show, Cobra Kai, that went he went and picked out here trees.
Yeah. So that's where
And
Uncle's knowledge of bonsai,
Bonsai
comes
comes
from
from
Karate Kid. Yes.
Karate Kid.
Mr. Miyagi.
There we go.
And they're saying and they were saying that the guy says more air is better than
So
stuffed into
indoors. You want to be outside to do your training for
training
karate and
for
all that.
karate
Nice.
for karate. Thing.
Okay, makes sense.
Nice. So you saw both seasons then, or you just saw the one?
No,
Oh.
Uncle. So Uncle, you're not. Uncle's not aware of the show. There is a new show that's a
okay.
series that has some of the same actors from the original movie.
Oh no! I don't
Where
think
the
I saw
idea
that.
is the guy who was fighting Daniel from the inside dojo, the inside training guy, like the
Right.
bad guy, he now is training. He's like one of the main characters in the new series, and he's training this kid in his methods of, I guess they're training inside.
Oh no! I haven't seen the new one.
And it's supposed to be
That's-
quite funny.
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
I want to watch it. I heard it's very good.
It's going to be very strange, though. Like you're saying, how this guy's learning that way, and the other guy learns another way. It's just boggling because you have maybe that was the way they had to win. I don't know because of the air.
The air does a lot for you. I mean, what can you say?
And I think that's what caused him.
That
I
gives
was thinking about it.
that
You
gave
were saying
Daniel's son the edge, the
Daniel
air.
the edge. And I was thinking of what you were saying,
Sweep the leg.
to sweep the leg. He was yelling, sweep the leg.
Yes.
But but this guy was inside the building.
Yeah.
I mean, but the other guy knew that you started to get that point. The guy was saying, "Uh-oh, he's getting into his moves,"
Oh yeah.
and boom, it was over.
Well, Daniel's son was
Daniel's
outside.
son
He
was-
was jumping around on those posts out at the beach, balancing on one foot on those posts.
That's what I'm talking about.
That gave him
I
the
mean,
clear edge.
That's where I believe that's where I think he won it.
That makes sense.
That is why he won it.
mean,
I was thinking of that when you was mentioning that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I've heard. I know that. I remember Tom Secker did a review of the Cobra Kai series. I think when it first came out, he was talking about it on his show. That's when I first heard of it. I know that he loved it, and I've just heard good things, and it sounds cool. So I'd like to give it a watch. Maybe we'll have to watch that. I'll take a break from the swords
Okay.
and get to the karate for a minute.
Yeah, just look at that. I can look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do that, and then maybe do a show on that. That'd be cool. Or mention it here on the broadcast, of course.
Yeah.
Let the people know what we think.
Okay.
Cobra
Great.
Kai.
Cobra Kai. I've heard you mention it, but
Yeah, it's on Netflix too, so I know you can
Yeah.
watch it. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on Netflix.
It hadn't been, but
Oh,
just recently it got
I-
put on there.
I
I think.
think-
yeah.
Your wife saw it.
No,
I don't
no,
know
no.
the new one, but I know the old one.
She hasn't
saw.
seen it. I mentioned to her, I'm like, hey, maybe we should watch this. I've heard it's cool, so we might watch it. We
Oh.
don't watch many series or TV. We don't watch much of anything, so
Well,
maybe we'll get around to watching that.
Oh, well, I'll get around to it. Yeah.
It can be tough to get around to watching that TV.
I mean,
It seems that way.
yeah. But I'm just waiting on this sword thing to end. I'm now waiting to it to end.
How many more sword episodes we got, Uncle? Till
I
you're at
don't
the
know.
end.
I tell you the truth. I don't know. Because I've been going through them and I was asking myself the same question. When
Huh.
is this going to end? When is this going to end?
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
but it seems like it's series after. I find this series, right? I find this series, and I thought it was interesting, right? So I go into it, watching the show, and I can't believe it myself that I'm still watching this. I mean, I know it's might be getting tiring, but I'm cutting it off on during the day though. I don't watch
You're
it.
cutting back on the binge watching.
Watching because I stopped.
You're shifting over from binge watching to just watching.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
Yeah, I mean, but I know, but I think they got to solve it. Actually, they solved it tonight with this guy was trying to. They were fighting this lump guy walking around in the castle. He was the problem man on it.
Got it.
And
there's always one of them.
He's looking behind the curtain.
Oh.
Peeking around the curtain, and they had this meeting, and then he got pissed off. Just a little while ago, I was watching a little bit of it.
Oh.
That's what happened.
Dramatic.
So.
And what about Locken? Are they getting Locken or what? Where's he at?
That Locken deal. I'm still trying to figure out who he is. I cannot put my finger on this dude. This dude, they're saying about this Locken guy. They keep yapping about him, and I'm wondering if that's going to be the guy that he's almost killed that other girl, her friend, that was the princess. Her friend has just got killed, and these guys walking in with a box of gold, dropped it in front of him, and then he got it. That was the last night's episodes.
This Locken is one of those mysterious characters that they keep foreshadowing and referring to,
talking about.
Never see him,
and never seen, understood who it was. I thought it was the bald guy that had been cut his head off.
Huh.
Well, that was, but
apparently not.
Apparently, right. Apparently not. I don't think it's him. So I don't know who it is now.
Yeah. Well, Locken, he's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's bound to come out at some point in the series, I'm sure. Locken, and he'll probably be defeated. He's
the feed. He's definitely the feed.
He's the feed.
He's the one that they're all talking about.
Oh, he's the one that I upload the podcast to every week. The feed.
Oh, well, no, he's the mystery man that everybody's talking about.
Oh.
And can't understand who and where he's at.
The mystery man. It's like
more or less.
Like Austin Powers. He's like Austin Powers.
Yeah.
International Man of Mystery.
Austin Powers. Something like that.
Yeah. Everybody loves that movie.
Yeah.
It's a classic. Yeah. Uncle, did you see the original Austin Powers movie in the theater when it came out? Do you remember?
No.
I did. I recall watching that.
You did see it in the movie?
I did. Yeah, I saw that one in the theater. I do remember.
The first one?
The first one back in the 90s. Yeah, I was in high school at the time. Yeah, I recall watching that. Yeah. Oh. It was quite the movie when it came out.
I was on this until they came off the movie theater belt and went to these other shows in the movies, in the TVs and reflexes. That's just when I started seeing it.
Yeah, and of course everybody has an Austin Powers impersonation, and then my take on it is the only good impersonation of Austin Powers is a bad one, because if you heard so many, it's just about how bad you can make it, and that's what is a good Austin Powers impersonation.
Oh.
Like, would you humor me on that, Uncle? Can I do my impersonation of Austin Powers?
Go ahead.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I heard that one.
That was pretty bad, right?
I heard that one. I heard that one on the commercials.
Yeah, baby.
They give that. And,
that was horrendous.
Yeah.
And therefore, it was excellent.
Oh, well, they have all these crazy other episodes things. Back to talking about shows for a moment.
Yes. What shows?
What is happening? Anybody hear about the Flying Man?
The Flying Man. Oh, like the boy who could fly. That was a movie too.
Him.
The Flying Man.
Top Gun Man.
Oh.
Anybody hears anything new?
Tom Cruise.
Anybody in this in the crack room?
We need our cruise news. Who's out there?
News about that, because
who's got it?
I'm sort of wanting to know if they have heard anything.
We need to know what you've heard, Crack Room.
Crack Room.
Bring us our cruise fix. We need our cruise news now. Okay, well, surely we're going to get something to pop in there.
Yeah,
So let's just wait.
somebody.
Something's going to show up. But in the meantime, yeah, I mean, Top Gun 2, it's just a matter of time.
I'm
They
just
keep pushing the date
wondering-
back, so
I'm
who
just
knows?
wondering if it's really gonna be. Where is it gonna come out?
They keep holding off because they want to do the theatrical release, clearly. So they want the theaters to be open and ready to go so they can. I think they're going to try to time it for whenever the big, if they can, like whenever all the theaters are really open and in full swing, and then they'll release it. That's what it
gonna
seems like.
be, I think a little longer.
Could be a while, yeah.
Because I don't see nothing moving quicker.
No,
No,
doesn't appear to be.
no.
Yeah, it'll be. It's been odd to see that one keep getting pushed and pushed. So we'll see
Push
what happens.
back, push back, push back. That's not the movie. You want to see that movie? No, pushing back, pushing back. It's like that. It's like moving back in the closet. Hey, what are you doing? Pulling
Keeps
this back.
moving.
I want to watch that one. No. I don't understand.
It keeps on moving. Yeah, craziness.
What else?
Well, what else? Oh, I don't know. So we're going to build guitars at home. We're going to watch and not binge watch the Sword Show from here on out. We're not going to listen to what the president says because he's not wearing a mask and he's a dingbat. Oh yeah, we voted by mail, didn't we? We got those mail-in ballots, didn't we get those?
Oh yeah, we sent those out.
So yeah, that was interesting. We turned them into a place here in the neighborhood.
Neighborhood?
Yeah, it was down the road. We live.
I thought it was a post office.
Um,
You guys are going out and you guys.
No. We didn't put it in the actual mail. There's actually these stations
Oh,
that they
are?
set up that you hand it to a person in person.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew you could do that.
Yeah. It was actually out here near where a fire station was. There's this weird little community room thing out there too. And so we handed it in there and there were volunteers who took it. So
they took them and then they bring them to the people. I don't know how it works.
yeah, well that's one thing. You can take it there, you can mail it. There's boxes that you can drop it in. That's just a box, I guess.
Oh, there's another thing we can talk about.
Okay.
What about these fake boxes that this nut was talking about?
Apparently there's fake boxes that people are putting up.
And
Don't
they're
put your ballot in
putting
there.
them I was wondering, I'm sure not been. I put it in a box that's a fake one.
No.
I warn you people, don't do that.
Oh, I have another somewhat interesting story from that same day when we were driving around the Woodcrest area is what it was, which is a neighborhood near here in Riverside. Nice sort of semi-rural for sure. It's a country sort of neighborhood where a lot of equestrian community, a lot of people with horses live out that way. So we were driving down the road and then we had to take a right turn and we saw these three guys on horses ahead. So we had to kind of slow down and wait for them to cross the street. And we waved. And these three guys were just having the time of their lives riding on side because, there's the dirt trails on the side of the road. And these were three black men on horses, which is kind of a unique sight, kind of an interesting thing, I have to say. And they were loving life. They were just having a good old time. And we were waving and just everybody was all pumped up. It was just it was an exciting thing to see, I got to say. It was just something a little different.
There's a few houses out here, by the way, that I've seen.
There's a ton of them.
I was walking a dog one day, and I saw about 3 of them just up the road over before all these developments came up. We're walking over, and I saw 3 horses.
Yeah.
Looked like my old horse and the last guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he had 2 other ones. They were waiting for him.
Yeah.
Just coming up the.
Well, we'll see
hill.
people riding horses right around by our house too, because there's like hills and all sorts of like areas that aren't developed yet. So people ride their horses through there. So we're always seeing horses out here. It's just cool. I don't know. It's fun and to see something a little different. And yeah, honestly, I mean, not to be crass or whatever, but a black guy and a horse is something a little different. So it was just something cool and unique and again, I'm telling you, they were loving life. It was hilarious. They're just like really proud of themselves. You could see. So it was cool. I mean, I say it a lot here, Uncle, but there's some interesting things in this area we live here in Riverside. I like it out here a lot.
Just gotta get out and do some walking. I try to do a daily walk now, and I walk a mile going up around the blocks, but up further up 2-3 blocks up. See the one park that's not open yet that I go by, and it goes up that side.
Yeah.
So, but it's gonna be a little cooler out soon, so we can go out a little bit cooler later. I mean, not.
Yeah, thank goodness the cooler weather is on its way.
It's on its way.
It's been hot still, but soon enough it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get some rain because it's been months and months and months since that has occurred. That'll be nice. I'm hearing it's La Nina or whatever it is, where there's not supposed to be much rain, but who knows? I could be wrong. I hope we get some rain. It's dry out here. It's getting
plants you've grown just out there outside.
and dry.
They was sitting there, he's putting water on the things.
Well,
Not for putting the waters on, but I mean, I'm still gonna put the waters on.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's still dry yet.
We can irrigate, but it's nothing quite like natural rainfall. So,
No.
that helps.
I gotta get a couple more cans.
Couple more cans. Oh, you want to go collect cans?
Well, no more blue ones when I get the money to Paul, because I'm gonna give you.
Oh, trash cans. Okay, yeah. We can always use more trash cans. Yeah.
I'm trying to make more cans to get more money, and I've got this other thing that I'm doing for the Switch. What I'm doing is I'm buying or trying to get more games on it instead of what we've got.
Oh yeah, you want more
And
video
then
games? Yeah.
I would get into things, because I like to have a few things to look at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You guys go right to your games. Oh, I'm hearing. But the only game I'm really good at is Donkey Kong.
That game is incredibly hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I know it is hard, but I've been playing that. And it drives me nuts with that dang monkey going up and down the ladder and then knocking down these things. I'm going up and he's, you stop that, and I'm going back and forth, up and down.
Tough game.
But I've got to get some more. We got to work on to get
Sure.
more.
Well, there's plenty of time to get more games, Uncle. So we're doing pretty good with the 3 Mario games we already have, which are very fun.
I mean, kids are completely on it, crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
the kids are
nuts.
into it. So we'll play the games
and
every
my wife
night.
gets on it and starts screaming. I say, "Who's screaming in there? Don't have to scream in a game. It's only a game."
It gets you going.
She's jumping up and down, screaming, just like the kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
games get you going, Uncle. You react to it. It's hard not to get upset when you die and things like that in the game. Yeah. So it's a fun time playing those games at night. So we've been doing that, driving around the neighborhood. I'm just enjoying being out here in this interesting area we're at. I can't say enough good things about the area here. I really, I love it here in the fact that I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's still a spot that people don't know about, and there's just so much going on in this Inland Empire. More broadly speaking, too, Uncle, the Inland Empire is massive. When you if you're talking about that, it encompasses a lot.
I would love to meet
the Emperor himself. Yes,
I'd love to meet him someday.
We've been looking for him.
I was looking for him constantly. But the other thing is now your house.
Which one?
Out at the
Landers.
Yeah, that one is completely
it's
out of proportion.
Technically not mine yet.
Technically, no.
No.
And we're sitting here with the junk in the garage. Can't move around. Get this crap out of the way here. Can't move it. They didn't took the house yet.
Creative Accents is waiting with bated breath to receive a Joshua Tree seed pod in the mail, which you will receive. Don't worry.
They'll get and receive them until they will, when they get that property, believe me, it'll be a week or two in the mail and be to them. I mean, because the way this is going.
We got to wait for the season where the seeds fall.
Well, that's what I meant.
Which the seed pods, I'm trying to remember exactly when that is. I want to say November, December is when the seed pods are really, when you collect them. I think, I think
getting
it's
close to the time you probably get it.
Maybe. it might line up that the seed pods are ready to be harvested when I don't know though. We don't even know when that's going to be, but it could be then. And if memory serves me correct, it's November, December that you can get the seed pods, which there should be a number of them there on the actual property of Joshua Tree seed pods. There should be a bunch of them. So there you go. Can also get you some cholla cacti, maybe if you're so interested, but be careful of them. That will stick to you quite easily.
You're itching, feeling better?
I've had a very bad itch this past week, which has made me lose sleep on most nights. But I feel right now, I feel really good. So I might have it under control. I might actually be able to sleep tonight.
It's that stuff.
Yeah, I've got my trusty aloe here that
aloe right in front of him here.
I'm applying it to my wrist right now.
Use that and then all this cream.
Yeah. I've got many different creams. I'm the street cream myself here because I got
street
tons
creamer
of them.
Man on the side here, babe. Street creamers. Here's the new strip creamer. Street creamer. This fellow right next to me.
Plenty of it. Yeah, we need them. But yeah, I'm feeling if things continue as I feel now tonight, I think I'm gonna sleep tonight. So
well, that's good news.
Let's hope so. I'm excited by that prospect. But yeah. And Creative Accent says he enjoys the latest photo that we posted to Instagram. Thank you for that.
I do.
That's that photo of you on the front porch. I took it through the Calancho.
Oh, yeah. That's the one that we took one off, put that one on for replacement.
Yeah. It's like the replacement photo.
Oh, replacement.
It was a good one. I think it was. Yeah, it's good. I think both photos were good, but yeah, this one turned out well. So there we go. Instagram is @UnclePodcast, as well as Twitter @UnclePodcast. Follow us if you're not already. Uncle, we're at the end of the shows. You got shout outs? Shout outs
to regulars and a special one to by the way, that reminded me.
Yeah.
Anybody hear about the daughters the father's passed away and the daughter, anybody hear about her?
Bear. No. I haven't gone. Chuck did bring that up. I haven't tried to get a hold of Bear's daughter yet. No, but we'll have to do that.
Special one from him.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be a special one, and the regulars that I usually do, and and Sunshine. Shout out to you, of course.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to Pure Blades because they're Pure Blades.
That's the one.
And what else do you need to say? Yeah. So I think that'll do it for me for this week, and okay, this turned out pretty good. Oh, shout out to Josie J too for calling in.
Josie J. Shout out.
He was here at the head of the show. He also called into the Age of Transitions. He's an old friend of mine from Long Beach. Shout out to the city of Long Beach. Anybody out there listening in Long Beach? Yeah. Shout out to you. Yeah. Good city, good place. And Josie, it was great to hear him again. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of cool stuff going on. So check out his website and his links. I'll post them in the posts here at theageoftransitions.com and unclethepodcast.com, of course. So check him out, everybody. And unclethepodcast.com, @UnclePodcast, Twitter and Instagram. And what else you got for us, Uncle?
Well, that's to do it. Bye-bye. I'd play that myself since it's not known here. Right, Chuck?